Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our moral science class. How is life going on? I hope well. And I'm sure you all are studying at home also. So, children, let's start our studies. So, today in our moral science class, we are going to learn the sixth chapter, that is justice and charity. And in this lesson, we will learn about justice and charity. So, first of all, you should know the meaning of justice and charity. Justice means righteousness. It is a moral virtue which gives everyone his right. Right here means you can say in Hindi hak, nyay karna, to do what is fair, just and right. We all are the children of God and every person has a right to live. Everyone is equally blessed by God. So, justice is giving everyone what is due, what is their right, and treating them according to their rights. And charity means good works or kind deeds, in which you help and support the people when they are in need. As God is just and loving, so we are called to do justice and live in love. So this chapter is based on justice and charity. Much of the fighting in this world is against injustice. In Hindi we call it anyay. So most of the fighting in this world is against injustice. Each person is born with certain rights. We have a right to live. Every person has a right to live. This right is not given by any government. It is a gift from God. Every person is a gift from God. And God has created us in His own image. And God loves everyone. And if anyone tries to take a life, we fight back. But God loves us. He has given us the right to live. A right is the moral power of possessing, doing, or demanding something. So, a right is the moral power of possession. A right is something that a person can claim and expect others to respect. Since God has created us in His own image and God loves us, so God treats us equally because He loves each and every person in this world. We all are equal, so we have a right to live. All our duties are governed by two great laws, namely that of justice and charity. And justice is a moral virtue that makes a person give everyone his right. When everyone is equal, everyone should get his right. If suppose one example is given in this chapter, if I engage a servant means if I keep a servant and I owe him wages and I have to give him his pays for the service he renders to me. If a servant is working for me, so I have to pay his salary. If I keep back his salary, I will be guilty of grave injustice. If I am making a person work for me and if I am not paying that person, then I am doing injustice. I would be obliged to set things right by giving him what is due. So, it is the right of the servant to get his proper salary when he is working for the person. So, this is justice, to give the right to the person. If, on the contrary, on the other hand, if I were to meet a beggar, suppose I meet a beggar on the street and he would not be able to claim for me or demand from me the same money. If I am meeting a beggar on the street, he can't demand me money from me, but for my kind act, if I feel pity on him, if I feel sympathetic for that beggar, I will give some money. Since the beggar is in need. Why? Because the beggar is in need. He needs some money and he is helpless. So, I will help the needy person out of charity. This is the kind work that is called charity. The law of love would require me to help him because I have love for human, so I will help the human being which I see, whom I see on the road, and he is in need. So I will help him if I have sympathy towards him. So I turn my face, then I am not bound to make any compensation to him. I am not bounded to pay to him. But since I am kind, so I will give him some money. So from these two cases of the servant and the beggar, we come to know that in the case of justice, it is our duty to make compensation, to do what is right, what is fair, and what is just. In the case of charity, however, the problem of compensation does not arise. Why? If out of charity, if I give a person a rupee today and tomorrow he is in need, I'm not bound. I'm not bound to give him any money. This is the work of charity, the work of kindness. If I have sympathy, kindness toward a needy person, I will help. The great law of charity leads us to love all men. What does charity teaches us? To love all men in the right order and in right proportion to their need, according to their need, what is their need and how we can help them. The reason why we must love all men is that why? Because we all are children of the same Father in heaven, that is our God, and He created in His own image, sharing a common nature. We all have a common nature and destined for the same end. We must not exclude anyone, not even our enemies. So we should love everyone. And to love all men means to wish well for everyone, to hate no one, and to forgive anyone who deserves it. We must know how to forgive also if people do some mistake. We must love all men in the right order. There is a famous adage, charity begins at home, and this means that we must love ourselves in the first place. Charity begins at home means first we should love ourselves, then the person who is closely related to us, with whom we are living, are loving, and we are bounded with the blood relation. So we must take care, we must love them, we must take care of those people also, and understand and also try to improve ourselves also and help others also. Next to ourselves, there are other people who are very near to us, so we should help them, we should love them, because we are emotionally attached to those people by some blood relation, maybe our family members, or our relatives, or our friends, by gratitude means by thanks, and by other ties also. If sometimes a person who is dear to us is because he gets cut off from our love to a certain extent, but in no case should he be completely cut off. We should not cut off with anyone. We should know to forgive if a person does something wrong, and we love that person, we will forgive the person for his mistake. To love all men in the right order means that when we help, we first help those who need is most urgent. We must first consider the person who is in need of the most. Love must be in proportion to the needs of others. Naturally, mental needs are as important as material needs. As we help other people through material things, we must also love people in their mental needs also. When they need our sympathy, our mercy, at that time we should help. Some people are depressed, some people are disappointed in their lives. That time we should help them, we should love and take care of them. We should not do mental harm to ourselves also in order to help others. This thing we have to remember. In order to help other people, we must not do harm to our mental health. For example, it would not be good for us to tell lies in order to help someone out of difficulty. If you want to help someone, that time you should not take the help of a lie. You should not tell lies in to help someone. For example, if your friend is studying with you and your friend needs your help, you helped your friend in his studies. That time you are helping your friend. But the same friend, if he asks your help in the exam, that is a wrong deed, that is cheating. So that time you must not take the help of unfair means, or you must not tell lies in order to help anyone. When it comes to material needs, we must know how to differentiate, how to distinguish between extreme needs, a necessity, and ordinary necessity. Now, what is extreme necessity? Extreme necessity is present when a person is desperately in need, means he is really in need of something, and that time you have to help that person. If someone is starving to death, we are bound to give him food. So, in case of ordinary necessity, when people come to you and ask for your help, help them only if it is both possible also for you to help and convenient also. If it is convenient for you to help that people, then only you help them. We are not bound to make big sacrifices. We are not forced to make big sacrifices to help other people who are in simple or ordinary need. In fact, we cannot help many, but we should choose a few people whom we can help and those who are really in need of your help. Because love is much wider than justice. If we truly love our neighbor, it will be easy to do our duties towards him, whether these duties spring from justice or from charity. So every person is equally blessed in the sight of the Lord. So every person has a right to live. So we must do justice to the people in order to get them their right, and they have a right to live. So we must do justice to the people, do what is fair, do what is right, and at the same time keep a loving and kind heart to help the other people when they are in need. I hope you have understood the lesson. Thank you.